All right, that concludes our voting time, as well as our prepared speeches section. We'll now begin table topics. And our table topic master, Courtney, today will go into detail how that goes. And great presentation. Courtney, you can start your section whenever you're ready.
Oh, it's already, let me see, okay, escape, Lord. There we go. Okay, hi everybody, I'm Courtney and today I am the Table Topics Master. So for Table Topics, the way it usually works is that someone gives a question or a prompt and then anybody can unmute themselves and kind of jump in and kind of give a 1 to 2 minute speech related to that prompt or topic. So when I was looking for ideas for Table Topics online, I came across a Toastmasters article that was talking about an activity where if we were in person, you would have like a bag with a bunch of ads in it and people would just walk up and take one of the ads out of the bag and then you would have the 1 to 2 minutes to basically sell that item. So we can't do the ad thing online, but basically I just have a product on each slide and you have 1 to 2 minutes to sell that product to the group. So I didn't put a lot of words on the slides. So I wanted this to be like a really creative activity. So you can really take all of the creative freedom you want in describing the product or what the product may be able to do. And I just think this is a really important activity because I think as you go through life, you kind of start to learn that everything is so centered around being able to sell yourself. And a lot of people don't use enough creativity and imagination when selling themselves. And that can really cost them a lot throughout the lifetime. So yeah, I will go ahead and get started, you guys. So this is the first item. The picture is pretty self-explanatory, but it's a HOTLOGIC warming lunchbox that you can plug in and use to warm your lunch. So if anybody wants to jump in and try to sell this item, you can go ahead.
I can go ahead and take this one, Courtney.
Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. Here's why you should go ahead and buy the first HOTLOGIC mini or however, whatever size that you need right now, given the current situation that we're in our dorms, whether you're on campus, off campus, regardless, we're all in this virtual environment. And a lot of things have changed on campus. One of the main ones being the dining halls. If you have the pleasure or disgrace of having a meal plan right now, I'm sure you've experienced perhaps some of the frustrations with either the meal choices or the long lines, or if it's not fitting according to your dietary needs. So that's already on top of everything, having to worry about how to get your food is a bit of a burden, I would say. Now, if you have a kitchen or something, where, like if you're good at preparing your food in advance, perhaps over the weekend, you can easily make and store batches of food and freeze them so that during the week, you have this invention to slowly heat up your food. So for example, you know that you have class at 11 and right after you want to go ahead and eat lunch. Well, at 10:30, you just take this simple HOTLOGIC, put your food in a container, plug it in, leave it alone, and then after your class is done, you have a hot meal ready for you. There's no need to have to use a microwave or perhaps use a pot and pan and make it fresh. You already have the advantage of preparing it in advance and you're all set to go for your meals. So if you're a person who likes saving time, likes saving your effort, this HOTLOGIC is just for you. Thank you.
Wow, that was awesome. Great. I loved how you related to college students and you know, all you got was a picture and you really worked it. That was awesome.
I'll be biased and say, because I have a HOTLOGIC of my own and that's what I've been using, so.
All right. All right.
Can I give it a try? Oh, are we going to another one? Never mind. Okay.
Okay, all right, so this is the next one. This is for our coffee drinkers. This is a at-home Starbucks espresso machine. So whoever wants to try and sell this product, go right ahead.
So if you guys don't mind, I could take a stab at this, Courtney. Is that okay?
Awesome.
Oh, okay. Hey y'all. So, adding on a little bit to what Tricia was mentioning, another big convenience on campus for anyone is being able to get a decent cup of coffee these days, whether it be staying in line or even furthermore, being able to just to sit somewhere, just enjoy your coffee anymore. You can't go into Tate Center unless you're lucky enough to find enough tables available just to have a cup of coffee once you get it. But what if I were to tell you that with this new Starbucks espresso machine, this will help you overcome two problems. First, why leave your home or your apartment just to go all the way to campus or even downtown to get Starbucks coffee when you can make it in your very own home with Starbucks coffee beans and items? And why go all the way to campus to find a place to have your coffee when you can simply have it either at the comfort of your own porch or even in your own apartment building? So if you're really looking for a way to get Starbucks coffee without having to leave the comfort of your home, and especially in this COVID environment, I definitely think about this seriously of looking into the Starbucks espresso machine. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, awesome. Great job. Yeah, it's so hard these days trying to do normal things in Tate. I'm kind of scared of the building. I kind of shy away from it. But awesome. Here's the next one.
That's frustrating.
All right, guys, so this is a UPLIFT standing adjustable chair. It is actually a very popular item among professors. So if anybody wants to go ahead and try and sell this item, go right ahead.
I can take this one for me. So,
never mind, go ahead.
oh, okay, sorry. But so I am a computer science major. So most of my work is simply me hunching over, typing away. And oftentimes my neck hurts. So it's become a common problem for me. So my arms hurt, my neck hurts. So I think every now and then I get up and stretch, but think about it. This is innovative. But imagine if the desk stood up instead of you. So I know this is kind of like surprising and very perplexing for you to understand, but hypothetically, if you raised your desk higher, you would technically be forced to stand up, and this means that you would not be hurting your spine. I know it's really hard to understand this, but a lot of our patients have seen that when you stand up after doing hard, vigorous work, you are going to not get scoliosis and be able to be a more productive employee in your business of any sort. And as you can see, it's the desk itself that moves. So you can also get some squats in. I mean, if you do squats, like have it go up and down as you go down, you can also do that. So, I mean, overall, I think you can build some really good knees that can be very strong. So thank you.
Awesome. Yeah, I like that. I like that workout while you're doing work, multitasking. That's awesome. All right, what do we have next? All right, so this is a Kindle Paperwhite. I'm sure most of you guys have one of these or used it before. So if anybody would like to try and sell this Kindle Paperwhite product, go right ahead.
I can go ahead and try.
Awesome.
Okay, so, all right, so side note, do I time myself?
Give me 2 seconds. I can time you.
Okay.
Forgot to mention that. Yeah, it's usually good. All right, you're ready.
Okay, so I definitely have I've always been a huge reader. I was the kid who we'd go on a 1-week vacation and I would pack 15 little thin paperback books in my bag, lug it to the beach with us. As I got older, those books got thicker, my book bag got bigger, and I was that kid with the turtle shell backpack walking around the middle school, getting scoliosis, like Sourin was talking about. So when Kindle started getting popular, that definitely was a gift that my parents were excited to get for me for Christmas. The Kindle Paperwhite here is a great kind of innovation on the Kindle because it lights up at night, so you can read in the dark versus the earlier versions that were more typical representations of a book page. So not only is the Kindle Paperwhite lighter, so you can carry more books around and avoid having that big book bag that I had as a kid, but you can also read at night. So many books, especially if you're in an English class that might require more literary books that you'd have to check out from a library or your bookstore. You can save money. Lots of ebooks are cheaper than their physical counterparts. And you can also read in the dark. You won't have to bother your roommate by turning your light on or climb out of bed, turn the light off once you're done reading.
Awesome. Yeah, you pointed out a lot of really amazing benefits of using Kindle over books, especially hauling textbooks around is you know, it's tough. All right, guys, let's see what we have next. Okay, so this one, I was being super creative here, guys, so please work with me. But here's the prompt here. It's year 3000. We've allowed the 1% to get completely out of control, and people are buying planets, y'all. Try to sell the Earth. Anybody can take it.
Son.
I'll sell the Earth.
Awesome.
Okay. So, home is where the heart is. And for me, my heart is at the Earth. My family is from the Earth. All my friends are from the Earth. My favorite animals like dogs and cats and birds, they all live in the Earth, and it's also a very beautiful place. We have so many various regions, and we have one for every personality. We have the farthest mountains with gorgeous views for you introverts, and then for the extroverts we have beautiful beaches where you can gather all your friends and you can have parties and you can have very laid back gatherings. And the Earth has so many natural resources you can use. You have wood, you have petroleum, you have natural gases, and you have hydro and solar energy that you can harness using the Earth's resources that you can sell to other planets. So if I were you, I would invest in the Earth, and it will help you invest in your interplanetary future.
Awesome. Yeah, that was great. Yeah, I like how you started getting, talking about the different energy sources on the planet and interplanetary. That was amazing. Awesome. All right, so the next one is a NUTRIBULLET. This is basically kind of like a smaller version of a blender for anybody who hasn't used the NUTRIBULLET. But yeah, if anybody wants to try and sell a NUTRIBULLET, go right ahead.
I can take this one. So here we have the great NUTRIBULLET. Now this blender is not like one of those old blenders where you have to lug around, you have to clean it, and it's just so heavy and you have to struggle to put it on a shelf. But this is a NUTRIBULLET. As soon as you put your veggies in there, your fruits in there, whatever you want, your milk, your apples, whatever you want in it, literally anything you can put in it. You can put corn in it. Who cares? But whatever you put in it, when you put it in there, you blend it, it's going to turn into liquid. And when it turns into liquid, The good thing about this blender is that you can drink it straight from the blender. All you have to do is take the cap off, drink it. How easy does it get? We have the NUTRIBULLET. It is currently on sale for $39.99. It is a big promotion as its original listing is $79.99. So you will be doing yourself a huge favor if you was to get this NUTRIBULLET right now. But this sale will not last for long. So do yourself a favor, go online, go to Amazon, go to Walmart, and find yourself the NUTRIBULLET and make yourself the best shake in the world. Thank you.
Nice, nice. You put it on sale. I was thinking about getting it right then because that was more than half off. Well, was it? No, it was close. All right, that was awesome. All right, so this is an item that a lot of you guys, I'm sure, are familiar with, have your experiences with, so hopefully you'll find it easy selling. If anybody wants to sell a MacBook Pro, go right ahead.
Good.
Awesome.
So, some of you out there might be thinking, I'm a PC user. I don't use Mac. Why would I buy a Mac? I'm not here to explain to the Apple user why they should buy Mac. They know why they want Mac. But you Windows people, why should you get one? Well, I'm here to tell you that a Mac can be the best Windows computer you've ever had. That's right, I'm serious. You can put Windows on a Mac, and by doing so, have the highest functioning computer you can possibly buy. I did this several years ago. I put Windows on a Mac, and one time when I was having some very minor issues, I went to Best Buy to the Geek Squad, and the man told me this is the best performing Windows computer I have ever seen. So if you are unsure whether you should buy a Mac because you just don't know how it works, that's not to fear. Buy a Mac, put Windows on it. You could throw a Mac off of a cliff and it would probably survive. These things are incredibly durable. They have that nice aluminum shell. You can just do anything to it. You can step on it, all kinds of stuff. You cannot spill drinks. It is not waterproof any more than any of your other laptops are. But the durability is amazing. So trust me, buy a Mac today, and I'll tell you this, if you buy it right now, I'll give you a 30-day back guarantee. I'll even put Windows on there for you. And if you don't see that this is the best Windows experience that you could ever have, bring it back. I'll refund you full, no questions asked. Buy the Mac today and take my services for your help to use Windows. Thank you.
Awesome. You guys are great salespeople. I mean, you guys are super creative coming up with all the different reasons why people should buy these products. Let's see, what do we have next here? So this is also another creative one I found. This is a solar tent. I didn't have a special name for it, but basically you can have electricity and all those things in the outdoors in your tent. So, and if anybody wants to try and sell this solar tent, you can go right ahead.
I would like to try this one.
Awesome.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Have you ever wanted to go camping, but you don't want to leave your house and you want to have all your electricity and watch a movie out in the grassy plains or the mountains, but you don't but there is no Wi-Fi and there's no electricity that you can use out in the wild? Well, this solar tent solves all your problems right here. It has a sleek design that takes you into the future. It looks like an armadillo. Isn't that cool? It's well protected from the rain. These hard solar shields can protect you from all sorts of weather climates, such as snow, rain, and any kind of flying squirrels heading your way, you know? And it's got this very protected entrance here looking. It has zippers, and and the inside is quite spacious. You can bring your friends and your family members and have a great time. So don't waste your time and click the buy button over here for the best experience of your lifetime.
Awesome. Yeah, that's you did a great job. I literally saw this picture. There isn't a technology to go along with this. So if anybody wants to invent it, I thought it was a pretty cool idea, and you did a great job selling it. All right, guys, what do we have next? Oh, so this one I thought of because at my old job, everybody was Chinese there, and they all had dash cameras in their car, and I didn't know if it was like a culture thing, but I thought it was really cool. So if anybody wants to try and sell the NEXAR dash camera, you can go right ahead.
I can take this one if no one else. So here we have is the one and only NEXAR dash camera. Now, if you guys don't know, this dash camera allows you to see behind you without looking behind you. It's by far the best dash camera there is. Now you can even view the camera from your phone. How good is that? You don't even have to be driving the car. You can see behind you. Now, another good thing about this dash camera is that you can take it to your room and use it as a web camera for your computer. And you can record all your Zoom sessions on it. You can attend a class with this camera. It's an all-in-one dash camera. And the good thing about it is that it charges remotely. So you don't even need to plug it in. It'll just charge itself up. It's solar powered. Look at that. So here we have the one and only NEXAR dash camera. You can find it at your local retailer. We sell it at each and every store, from John's Bargain Corner Store all the way to Amazon.com. They will all have it. Just ask for it. So here we have it. Go and buy it. Have a good one.
Awesome. Yeah. So the reason I found out that all of my coworkers had this camera was because as soon as they got in a car accident, they will pull out that footage so fast and contest anything anybody was trying to tell them they were doing when they were driving. I thought it was hilarious.
That's really
awesome
smart.
job. Okay, if anybody wants to sell a robot vacuum cleaner, these devices can clean the floors for you. You go ahead.
I can go ahead and take this one. So there's the saying that whoever you are at 7 years old is the same person you'll be, or at least very similarly when you are at the older age, the ripe old age of 70 years old. Well, I would say when a lot of people are younger kids, what's the one thing that they hate? They hate their parents telling them to do their chores, whether that's doing the dishes, cleaning up their room, brooming, or in this case, vacuuming. Now, as we get older and there's more responsibilities, it feels like that time is moving by so fast, you don't have enough time to do anything, let alone cleaning the floors. And so with this intelligent robot vacuum, this takes the pressure off of you from having to clean your home, so that whenever you have a guest come by, you know that you are all prepped and ready to go to entertain a house guest. Maybe not now in a COVID world, but in the future. And this also works if you have pets who like roaming around, going in and out, and you let them go wherever they are, or you have younger kids. It's very flexible, no matter what sort of lifestyle or who's living with you. So go ahead and grab your Robo Vacuum today. Thank you.
Awesome, that was great. All right, guys, let's see what we have next. This is a hurricane boat. So if anybody wants to be able to sell a boat to whoever, you can go ahead and try to sell this item.
I can take this one, Courtney. Do you want the newest and best hurricane boat? It will make as much damage to your dock when you crash into it as a real hurricane would. Try it out today. don't live on the water, you can still have this boat in your driveway to show off to all your friends how much money you waste. You could sit in it and have a barbecue without the water. It does work on water, but please buy this even if you live nowhere near a body of water. It can sit up to 7 people. And you could have your ladies' night out, just as seen off from our ad. You could have your guys' night out. You never know. It goes up to 70 knots, which is extraordinarily fast. You probably shouldn't go that fast, but it can. Furthermore, I think you could probably fish off it too. There's no reason you couldn't. Turn into a fishing boat. The Hurricane boat does it all. Thank you.
Awesome. Great. Oh, okay, there we go. Great job, Slate. All right. All right, so this is a W2 language translator. You can do any languages you would like. But yeah, if anybody wants to sell this device, go right ahead.
I can do this one, Courtney.
Awesome.
Okay, so what are the benefits of being able to hear what another person is saying? So a lot of you might be saying, maybe you can make friends with them, or maybe you can find some information from them. Nah, that's not the important thing you want to know. What if they're talking smack behind you? They're just like looking at you and talking bad things about you, right? So if I had a translator, I could just know if they were trying to like roast me. They could like see me from a distance and be like, oh, who's that one kid with like the bad haircut or something? I would know, and then I can call them out on it and act like I'm somehow intelligent and know what I'm doing, but I really won't. So I think if I had a translator, I would be able to simply sneak into conversations. Because I know, for example, me and my parents, whenever we're going out, he says a lot of like joking, teasing things that like random people being like, look at their dress or like, look at their purse. But we say it so that they can't hear us in our native language, right? So in my head, it's like, yeah, they can't hear what we're saying. But if I had, people probably say that same stuff about me. So if I had that, like, it's game over. If anyone's like talking smack about me, I can just like turn around and be like, why are you doing this? Like, I don't even know you. Like, why? And I just like make it super awkward where they have to question themselves and their morality and whether they should be attacking a random person. But yeah, thank you.
Very nice. Yeah, teaching people how to act using this translator for sure. All right, y'all. So the next one we have, so yeah, this is gonna definitely take some creativity, but this is at pretty much any college at this point. It's a 3D printer, which you can pretty much make anything with. So what was a good way to sell this if you had one at home? Anybody can take this who's interested.
I can do this one.
Awesome.
Why should anyone buy a 3D printer? Well, if you're asking that, that means that you're not aware of the many things you can do with it. So, in small ways, you can make art projects. You can make so many things. And the great thing is you don't have to design them yourself. There are websites that have recipes for these things. You can make swords or decorations, Christmas ornaments, all kinds of things. But let's say you're more on the shady side of life. And you're thinking, yeah, I don't need Christmas ornaments. I need something to survive. Well, guess what? You can 3D print actual weapons. You can 3D print guns. It's possible. Now, the recipes are not online that I can tell you, but you might be able to find them. So 3D printing guns, no gun laws can stop you from printing your own weapon. Now, if you're thinking, I'm not violent, I want to help humanity, I also don't need Christmas ornaments because I don't like spending money on myself. Well, guess what? You can 3D print houses. Don't believe me? Well, it's not something that's incredibly common yet. But if you buy this 3D printer now, within the next decade, you can 3D print yourself a house. And if you have this early enough, you won't have to ask for a land permit, right? Just let's say you like this park and you're thinking, man, I want to go live in that park. Well, guess what? You can 3D print in the middle of the park. just put a house there. And when they say, do you have a permit for that? You can say, well, do permits exist for this? And they'll just say no, and then just look at them really awkwardly and they walk away. I mean, what better thing? So from Christmas ornaments to guns to houses, you can find a use. Thank you so much.
That was awesome, Justin. At the beginning of this, when I said, you know, using creativity to think big and really sell something, I mean, that is what you just did. That was great. Awesome. Okay, guys, so this is for the pet lovers in the house. So if anybody wants to sell a BOW-LINGUAL, the dog translator, go right ahead.
So, a dog is famously known as man's best friend. A dog is there for you on your highs and your lows to celebrate your greatest achievements and to also be there in your darkest times. But why is man's best friend speaking a completely different language? What if you could really understand how your dog feels so that you could not only meet its survival needs, you can tell like when to feed your dog, when to take your dog out for a walk, or when it has a disease, or maybe your female dog is pregnant, but you can also communicate with your dog in a way that makes your relationship all the more special. This right here is perfect for all of you dog owners, the BOW-LINGUAL Pet Translator. Using this incredibly innovative technology, we can use sonic waves from the dog's bark to produce a language, an actual human language that we can understand, and now we can really feel from the heart how our dog feels. And we can also be able to tell them in their own language, I love you. You really are my best friend. So buy the BOW-LINGUAL Pet Translator today for only $19.99.
That was awesome. I'm gonna cry. I feel like I need to get a BOW-LINGUAL so I can be a better pet owner now. That was awesome. All right, so our next one is, this is the Apple shower phone holder. So this is for y'all who wish you could bring your phone in the shower. So if anybody wants to try and sell this, go right ahead. And this will be the last one. This is your last chance.
Uh-oh, last
Try to
chance.
sell something.
I don't want to go 3 times if someone else haven't went yet.
I'll go if no one wants.
Okay.
All right. The Apple shower phone holder. Are you super addicted to your phone like I am? Can you not stop scrolling to save your life? Well, now, if your phone isn't waterproof, you can bring it in the shower with you. You thought your showers are already long at 20 minutes? Now they'll be up to 60 minutes. Your household will hate you. But that won't matter because you'll be able to check your feed 10 times as fast. 100% waterproof. We've tested it every case 1,000 times. If water gets through, we will replace your phone for free for 1-year guarantee. And it only costs $19.99 for this simple plastic waterproof iPhone container. And if that isn't enough to sell you, you honestly could take it anywhere water is involved. Jet skiing, water skiing, going on a boat, think it could fall, buy our Apple shower phone holder today. And yes, it only works with Apple phones. Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah, that was a good point. I actually have a waterproof phone, so I should probably have thought of that amazing new technology that exists now before I chose this one. But I was super scared about this activity, and you guys did so well with it. I'm so impressed. But yeah, I hope you had a good time, and I will pass it on to whoever it gets passed on to right now.
The Toastmaster always leads back to the Toastmaster. All right, so first I'd like to thank Tricia for writing down all the speakers, because as Noah mentioned, we get to vote for first and second best table topic speaker. So while I continue to talk, you can go ahead and do that, just like we did for best prepared speaker. Make sure you put it to Noah where it says 2, and it should default everyone when you first join the meeting. Put that to Noah, okay? And simply put your first person choice and second person. You could vote for yourself if you wanted to. That's fine. And people did go multiple times. Just vote for each person once. And that's all there is to that. I'd also like to voice what Courtney said. I think we did a phenomenal job. Sometimes people are very timid when they first come up to their first meeting. I think you guys did great. I really loved participation. And especially the theme, that was definitely a unique take. Normally we do the typical one is sort of a question and prompt and kind of leads you right into it, but this sell it theme was very creative, gives a lot of creative leeway, so I like that a lot. And yes, just to say it again, we are sending our votes to Noah. He's our sergeant at arms for our club. And you can just send your first and second choice. And you see in the chat, Tricia put all the speakers as well as their topic. So I'll just give another 45 seconds, finish up the votes as well. You can leave feedback for Courtney, as her time is table topic master. And this, I believe, was her second time, so she again knocked it out of the park. Didn't leave her any feedback if you thought it was done really well or what you could do for the next time. Just give a couple more seconds to finish that up. Okay. And I will now switch to our third and final part of the meeting, which is evaluations. Our general evaluator today is Noah. Noah, you can start your evaluation section.